All right, today we kind of have a special vehicle that rolled in the shop. We wanted to show you guys, it's rare enough and unique enough, I thought we got to share this with our friends out there. So this is a Dodge Cummins with a international body on it of a 77
Scout
Terra. Scout Terra. And we're gonna tell you all about it. It's gonna be awesome.
And today we're gonna dyno, right?
Yeah.
So we're gonna guess the horsepower. Now, this is unfair because you went on a ride.
I did.
And you got to feel it. So your rear end dyno is tuned.
My butt dyno's in.
I'm just going by what I know about VE pumped first gen engines.
Okay, so quickly, this truck, 6-cylinder, this body is on a 93 first gen chassis. So it's a VE pump, 6-cylinder, has an intercooler in it.
It was an automatic truck, and it's converted to an NV4500, so there's gonna be no slip on the dyno. NV4500 with a good clutch.
Has an HX35 with an upgraded billet compressor wheel, a little bit upgraded turbo. And what's about the fuel pump? So what's about the fuel?
It has a Scheid Lightning VE pump and some Scheid 60 horsepower 4x15 injectors. I haven't personally pulled them out to see, but that is what the customer informed us he bought, so we assume that that is exactly what's in there.
It runs nice. The thing that's hard is it's little. I've never been in a truck this little. Yeah, I've been in the truck, and it feels pretty good, but is my butt dyno even accurate because it maybe weighs 1,500 pounds
So what's
less.
the power number? Come on, let's get to it. To the wheel, corrected.
Corrected.
There's about a 20% correction.
We're going to do corrected
today.
or uncorrected?
Corrected.
Oh, jeez.
We're going by corrected. I got to throw you off your game. That's why I'm taller than you today, too.
Yeah,
I'm throwing you
right.
off your game.
So, okay, corrected power. If it's corrected, I'm going 320 corrected.
320 corrected to the tire.
No. Corrected to the tire, 20%.
Approximately. We don't know exactly what it is. Where the weather station
All right, I'm gonna go
calls
for an even 350. Let's go 350 corrected.
350. What I know about first gens, sorry to everybody, they suck. They don't make any power. I think we're gonna be lucky to break 300
Corrected? Oh, dude.
300 corrected, that's my guess.
No,
Okay.
it's got a 300 corrected. I think it might do 300 uncorrected. But then again, it's so light, I don't really know.
How much boost does it make?
It's about 30.
So 10 horsepower per pound, that should be 300, right?
Yeah.
According to the internet, that's a 300 horse truck.
Uncorrected. Or is it corrected with a 10 horsepower roll?
I think it's just the more boost, the more power.
More
That's what
boost,
the
more
internet
power.
said. So if we could get it to 40 pounds of boost, it would make 400.
No matter what.
On a stock turbo.
All right, cool. Well, come take a look at this thing and then let's do some runs. Let's do this. So the customer who did this is a guy named Rick. Rick's out of California, and he's done a few really pretty trucks that we've seen, but this one's really cool. I really like the paint. The orange and the silver is awesome. Let me tell you about the interior. He's done some cool stuff in here. For you guys who want to do something like this, he's got a couple good ideas for you. First thing I noticed when I drove this truck was it had tons of room. I actually didn't have to sled this seat all the way back. It's the only truck I've ever been that didn't have the seat all the way back. And these come out of an 05 Chevy. Rick says he got these at an 05 Chevy. They're power seats and they work, they're functional. What's nice about that is the seatbelt is in the seat itself. It makes it really easy. You don't have to do any kind of custom mounts, just mount your seat, kind of like a second gen Dodge. So there's a ton of room here for a guy who needs some leg room like myself. Didn't hit my head in the ceiling, another bonus for me. And anyway, it's very comfortable to drive. What else you got in there?
We got an NV4500 transmission here, so we got 5-speed. It has an NP205 transfer case. So you rock crawler guys, this is awesome. According to Rick, this would smoke Aaron Kaufman's, what did Aaron Kaufman build? An 800B, is that what it's called?
800B International?
800B International. This Terra would destroy it in a drag race, even with the little VE pump.
We should find out.
We should find out. This is like a call out.
Yeah, kind of like a call out. So what he's got a full complement of gauges. He has a sweet stereo system in here, works great. He's got heating and air. I mean, everything in this truck works. He's done a really nice job. It's tiny. Like I walk up to this truck and I look at it like this thing is it's like 8 feet long. I mean, I know it's longer than that, but it's so little, but yet it handles great in the road. It's real fun. I'm excited to see what kind of power it makes, mostly so I can beat this guy in a bet. So let's get started. So one thing you'll notice on this truck is how deep the engine is in the engine bay. There's like a 4-inch body lift to make this thing work. And so the engine is just down there. It's like a hole, it's a big old hole in there. There's tons of room above the engine. It's really far down there, really interesting that way.
So let's talk about the turbo side. Yeah, this is just, I just lean on here like Todd, no big deal with my stool. Turbo is it's got a little bit bigger compressor wheel. I believe it's either a 60 or a 62 millimeter. I think PS Bell put this one together. Lots of guys are building them in the aftermarket. They seem to run a little bit better, especially if you balance them. But otherwise, yeah, everything fits really nice. Battery, it's got 2 batteries in it. First gens didn't have 2 batteries, so that's kind of a nice little upgrade. And yeah, it looks like it'd actually be just as easy to work on as in a regular Dodge body. So.
All right, so first thing we're going to do is get this thing going. We're going to calibrate it, meaning we're going to let the dyno know what RPM this thing turns in the gear we're going to dyno it at. That way you can calculate both horsepower and torque. So we're going to get both torque and horsepower measurements for this run. So here we go. Okay, here we go, first run. So close.
290 something?
No, I was supposed to get a 350 to get corrected. I'm at 339. So let's run it higher. Tell them we're going to run it higher.
Okay.
So we got to run a higher RPM. We had the dyno stop reading at 2200 because I didn't know, and it was still climbing. So now we're going to do it, pull to 2500 and see what it gets to. So here we go. Same numbers, didn't change. So the power on this, I've done 2 in a row. The first one was 339, the next was 338. That's corrected. Uncorrected is 275. The torque, however, is pretty big. I mean, we're at 938 foot-pounds corrected, still 763 foot-pounds uncorrected, real to the tire. So basically, my guess is a lot. Craig, shot it!
It's definitely more torque than I was expecting by
Yeah.
far. So I guess first gen
All
VE
you-
pumps are torquey. So you guys do have a reason to like them if you like torque.
For this size vehicle, it runs really good. We're going to turn the load up. We're going to see if we can squeak out a little more power to this guy because it's on the dyno. That's what we want
Well,
to do.
you're hoping to get to 350 is what you're trying
Then
to
I'm,
achieve.
then I'm official.
Okay.
Not
If
cheap.
I was running the truck, I could probably make it only show 300. I could hold it at about 90% throttle and get there.
that would
okay.
not be honest.
That's true.
Come on, baby. $337. We lost one. 337.
Still, no,
We-
no.
We gained 2 foot-pounds of torque, lost 1 horsepower. That's what she's got, man. All right. So, Will, get over here. Let's go over the official numbers. So in this little vehicle, 275 horsepower 3 times in a row within 1 horsepower. Uncorrected.
Uncorrected.
Corrected 339, 338, 337, getting a little heat soak. The torque was 765 uncorrected, over 900, like 940 corrected. So a lot of torque for this thing. For the power to torque ratio on this is insane. It's like 3 to 1.
It's really good.
Yeah.
I figured out why I messed up the corrected number. I normally am not as tall as you, and the weather felt like it felt different up there, and so I thought the correction factor would be lower than it was.
'Cause really it's drawing-
Now that I'm down
it's-
here, I can
it's-
feel the air is definitely like really humid and warm
Right.
and low atmospheric pressure.
We're up there, and the
there's
filter draws from about this height right here, really.
So I didn't realize it was gonna be almost 23% correction.
I can see.
I figured it was gonna be about 10%, which would have done about 301, 305, would have been way closer to me. But you're right, with the 23% correction factor that you're used to, because you're tall, you're used to thin air.
Got it. I nailed it. So it happens pretty much.
I'm full of excuses. Todd won.
But in the end, for most 12-valve guys, this is not a hugely powerful vehicle, but this thing, I'm telling you, on the road, it scoots. It's not very heavy. I was out hot rodding with Rick earlier today, and I was shocked at how quick it was. I mean, I would have thought, well, I guess the power number's right, but it really goes good. This little vehicle is plenty of power, a lot of fun. So anyways, I just wanted to share this with you guys. It's just such a cool vehicle. I want you guys to see it out there. Hope you enjoyed it. Anyway, give us comments, give us a like, subscribe. We'll see you next time. Thanks.
Thanks.